I'm back in Munich and excited to be delivering energetic transformation sessions once again. Have you ever gone back home to where you used to live? Are you a wanderer of the world like I am? Sometimes going back is all you need to confirm the right choices you made and set you off to focusing on what you are really here for, your life purpose. I'm so glad to be back home again. I'm so glad to be back in Munich. I didn't realize how much I would be. When I landed at the airport, the first thing you do after you get your bags is to walk out into a large, open courtyard. There are shops, bakeries, a little beer garden, and all manner of sculptures and symbols representing Munich and Germany. Most of all, there are structures, winding staircases, a large overhead cover of steel beams and canvas, and glass leading you to whatever public transport you could imagine. It may not mean much or seem like much to you, but for me, I nearly broke into tears of joy. I was home. After so many weeks of travel, at times not knowing what accommodations would be like until I moved into them, sometimes brought a bit of shock. I would find myself in situations new and different, and not what I expected at all. In fact, most of my travels through the US ended up being like this. Keeping up with the constant travel which required the moving, arranging, and rearranging of belongings, and collecting of things for shipping. All of this had a longer-term goal in mind, beyond just visiting the US once again after 3 years of not being able to. It was all part of a bigger plan that contributes to establishing my new foundation in my new home, to be in a secure environment once again. All of this had an emotional, physical, and mental impact. Now that I was back in Munich, I knew where I was. I knew where I was going and what it would be like when I got there. And I also knew that everything in Germany worked, and it works very well. I suddenly experienced how much peace, calm, and organization there was in the atmosphere. The people were free and accommodating. They helped those around them. No one was angry and fighting. No one had some kind of vendetta against the other because of their political, social, or personal beliefs. It just doesn't exist here. People just are. We go about our business in a polite way and are of assistance where we can be. This is a multicultural city, and we all need to get along. If you're reading this on my blog, you can see a photo I took of a falafel shop, and the name of it is called Make Falafel, Not War. These inhabitants of Munich pride themselves in doing a very good job at embracing the other. As you can imagine, there are many immigrants from the Middle East here in Germany. I am sure this is the way you would like it for be in your world as well. Do you know what this does for me? It brings such a great sense of peace and stability. And I'm sure it does for the rest of the inhabitants here as well. I know we need a lot more of that in the world, especially for the people of the Ukraine, for the people in the US, and for all of the world for that matter. I especially pray for this peace and tranquility to come to everyone in the US, for never had I seen such an undercurrent of strife existing between people wherever I went. I felt bad for those who were trying so hard to keep the peace, remain calm, and withstanding the torrent of angry people that seemed to be everywhere. I even commented about this to a very peace-centered barista at Starbucks in Lahaina on Maui. Tourists from all over were there and hadn't yet aligned themselves to the island vibe. Maui is so special. If you go there, you have to get into it. But instead, these tourists were demanding, barking, whining, complaining, These poor workers, I thought to myself. I commended one of them for staying calm, centered, and positive. It's a job in and of itself, she answered. Do you know what I mean? Have you seen and felt this as well in the U.S.? Or was it just me? So sensitive to the challenges between people that I saw and felt it everywhere I went. By my own good fortune, after I arrived in Hawaii, a dear friend of mine asked me if she could receive some energetic work from me. She's been receiving these sessions from me from the start, when I first began them in 1997, after being prompted by my studies in A Course in Miracles to extend what's called a holy instant to another. The holy instant is where the miracle is born, and you can read more about this in the sessions at the link in the description. I describe it in detail. Prior to ever delivering a single holy instant to anyone, I spent 3 years in apprenticeship privately with the power that really does the healing work from above. A holy instant is essentially delivering a miracle of energy healing to another. All the while, this higher power is delivering the work. It is essentially clearing the subconscious, the container which houses the original cause of all mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual aberrations. And that is all they are, an aberration in need of correction. Here's what my friend had to say about her session afterward. What I experienced immediately was a very deep communion with the divine. The experience was beyond words, very beautiful and peaceful. Since then, there is more ease in going there. In the days following, I had some powerful insights that led to my letting go of judgment of myself and opening to more divine light, allowing me to have more freedom to make more loving and life-affirming choices, to have the courage and confidence to speak my truth and share the wisdom coming through me. I have stronger healing energy in my hands and throughout my body. I look forward to seeing how all this will unfold in my life and in my healing practice. And I have to mention too that my friends have noticed a change, especially those I do body work with. Thank you, Suzanne. You are welcome, Rita. It's a great gift to experience for me as well. Now that I am home in Munich and stabilized, I have opened my time and calendar to facilitate these energetic transformation sessions and extend the holy instants once again. It doesn't matter what you have going on. It could be stubborn cases with your body, an unforgiving approach to those people or things that you feel violated by and you just can't seem to shake, or an insistence on hiding and keeping your gifts from the world. We need you to be complete and whole so that you can extend your greatest gifts to the world. If you'd like to explore if these sessions are right for you, and I already know they're right for everyone, the following can give you some guidelines. 1. You need to be willing to give up your way of doing things, believing things, and conducting things. 2. You need to understand that healing energies can come from and be delivered to you wherever you are. I don't have to be hovering over you on a massage table. Long-distance energy healing simply accesses the eternal, which is beyond time and space. 3. You're willing to think big. Think way big. If someone were to come along and neutralize all your subconscious beliefs and deliver you a clean slate to start all anew with, what would you do, be, have, or become? Are you wanting or desiring a brand new stage or cycle in your life? See the link in the description to learn more. Private energy healing. You don't have to worry about what will happen during or what comes into your life after receiving a session. Know that all that will be given to you is in your highest and best interests. Expect miracles because that is what you will receive. All you need to know is that you are loved and cared for, and it is my job in this process to simply guide the way so that you can receive this work from above. Sometimes I am really booked, and sometimes not so much. This seems to go with the flow of my own life and development as well. Whenever I feel prompted to tell more people about this work, the tendency is that I get booked up for a while. Just an FYI. If you know for sure you want to secure one of these sessions, go directly to the questionnaire and send that in immediately. Work is delivered on a first-come, first-served basis. See the link in the description for the questionnaire. It's such a wonderful experience to give to yourself for your highest good and expansion, and for all those whose lives you will touch as well. Much love to you all, Suzanne.